I'm back. My Mac has space again. So let's continue. So we have this loop, but the game never finishes, right? And that's what we need to handle now. And let's do this in a very simple way. So if Pac-Man is not alive anymore, this means that Pac-Man died. Pac-Man died. Right? Let's just print this on the screen. And let's say that the game is actually finished, right? We can just mark it as true because then the loop is going to break. What else do we have to check? If we won the game, we print you won the game. And the game is again finished. Otherwise, it just goes to the loop. Right, so these are the two conditions we need to check, and they come naturally from the play function. So that was why I designed this play function like this, right? I could see a little bit in advance that we would need to know if we won the game, because we want to give a beautiful "you won the game" message. We need to know if the Pac-Man died, so that we could give a negative message to the user. The valid key seems not really relevant for now, but let's see. Let's run the game. Okay, the Pac-Man is here, so let's first try to win the game. So we go up, we go left, perfect, right? We went up, we went left, we won the game. Let's see if it handles when we die well. So let's go left, 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 and hit a ghost. Yeah, the Pac-Man died. So it seems to work in both cases, so that looks good. And with a few lines, we have our main loop, the main loop of the game working, right? And I posed a question in the previous video because we had to stop it quite short, which is in here there's something that doesn't really belong to this program.py file, or at least it doesn't belong to the program.py file given the way we are modularizing, we're designing the game. So everything related to the user interface should go to the UI file, right? Even if it's something very simple. And so, for example, here, this input function, well, this should go to the UI file. So what I would do is I would create a function called UI key, okay? And the implementation here will be simple. It will be UI key that simply return input. Yeah, so in here I just call this function. Perfect. But you may be asking yourself now, but why would you do this? You know, you just created one extra function that just contains one line of code, which is input. Maybe it was just simpler to put input here. Yeah, maybe in this case that is true because this is a very simple program. But that is the mistake that happens in large-scale software development. You know, developers think, well, this is just one line of code. It's gonna, you know, break the layers that I designed. So this is user interface. I'm gonna put it here, but yeah, it's not gonna hurt me in the future. But once things start to get bigger and bigger, you start to see the problems. Yeah. So for this program in here, if you don't want to do this, that's also fine. It's up to you. But my suggestion is if you took this decision of putting everything related to the UI in the UI.py module, do this, right? And the same goes for here. So we can have a message lost and UI message win, right? And these two should go to the UI file, right? Message, what was the name of the function again? UI message lost. And it prints Pac-Man died. And UI message win. That we call here. Let's do the imports. You by now know how to do this. Control Enter. Let me do this for the two. It writes all the imports at the top, right? So importing everything from the UI module and importing the play function from the Pac-Man game. So now it looks a bit better, right? Everything that is related to UI is in the UI file. So let's run this again just to make sure everything works. We go left, we go down, we go right, we go up, we get the pill, we get the last pill, we won the game. Great. So this looks like our main loop is almost there. What are we missing now? Well, the ghosts and how the ghosts walk in the map. Yeah, and maybe making the UI a little bit more beautiful, right? Because for now this map is ugly, we can go for the beautiful map that I showed you at the beginning. See you in the next video.